Hello, you're watching TelecomTV. I'm Martyn Warwick and I'm talking with Charlie Ashton, Director of Business Development at Wind River. Charlie, good to see you again.
Good to see you,
TelecomTV and Wind River have been working together this year on a survey about what does openness really mean. What was it you were looking for as a result of the survey? What did you expect to get from it?
Through the survey, we were looking to get some clarification on what service providers really are looking for when they say they want an open solution. And not only the benefits that they expect to achieve from a so-called open solution, but also any limitations that they perceive and any gaps between what they expect to get and what they really need.
So, what were the responses like? What did they say?
Responses were very good. We got responses back from a large selection of service providers and with very interesting data. And I think probably the main takeaway from us was that, openness is a means to an end. And what they're really looking to achieve in terms of solutions that they'll deploy in their live networks, they're looking to make sure that there's no vendor lock-in. In other words, that they can have interchangeability at the vendor level, which has not always been the case in the past. And also that there's going to be a wide range of interoperable solutions that they can choose from to deploy in their networks. Ideally, when that interoperability has been proven ahead of time, so they don't have to take on the risk of doing that testing and that validation themselves.
Okay, so that's the sort of, we know how they perceive the problem. Did they indicate what they see the solution to be?
They indicated that they are looking for solutions that are based on open source projects, community projects, open source software. There's a big understanding, though, that you're not going to just deploy open source software by itself in a commercial network. At least you're not going to do it twice. And they definitely recognize the role for companies that have the expertise to take open source software as a baseline starting point and then enhance that, develop it, harden it, and also support it to develop full end-to-end solutions that are actually deployable and that will deliver the level of service performance and reliability that their customers actually expect.
So where does OPNFV fit into this pattern?
I think OPNFV is going to be a very important reference platform that solutions will be tested on going forward. It's been interesting for us to see kind of the evolution of thinking in terms of the original ETSI standards and OPNFV. And what we find now is more and more the questions that we get from service providers are not whether we're compatible with specific ETSI standards, but rather are we interoperable with some of the leading virtual network functions, the leading orchestration solutions, and also whether our solution has been tested and validated against OPNFV.
What did you at Wind River take from the results you got?
Well, we took a strong endorsement of the focus that we're placing on carrier-grade availability and service assurance. That was the major gap that was identified in the survey in the responses that we got from service providers. About 2/3 of them stressed that they never expected to see open source solutions that met their requirements for carrier-grade availability and service assurance, at least over the next 2 to 3 years. So what we took out of that is, yes, there's a very important and critical role that we can play as a provider of carrier-grade infrastructure solutions.
What you took from the survey and what you learned and the limitations you saw, that's been applied now within Wind River itself, and you're reacting to that and doing something about it. What are you actually doing that's concrete and you're changing and going to provide that would be different from what you're doing before?
Well, we've increased our focus on ensuring interoperability between our NFV infrastructure platform and, for example, the virtual network functions that are running on it. We've put in place an even more robust process for doing those validations to make sure that we're fully interoperable with the industry-leading VNFs that are going to be deployed by the service providers.
And have you had any response from the service providers to your change strategy or the changes you're making?
Well, they've been very much in favor of what we're doing all along, through our validation programs. And as we've talked to them about how we've strengthened some aspects of that program, then they've been very supportive, because ultimately they want somebody else to assume the risk and the effort and the work of doing those upfront validations, not only of standalone VNFs, but also of VNFs that are part of a service chain where maybe there might be 3 or 4 VNFs all coming from different vendors that have to work together at high performance and with the reliability that's expected. So service providers are very supportive of what we're doing there.
So finally, Charlie, what's next then for Wind River? you've set out your stall. How's it going? And what impact overall do you think a survey such as this has on the industry? We got a lot of responses from service providers. What do you make of it?
Oh, I think it was good for the survey actually clarified exactly what is meant by open. And it clarified the fact that nobody really expects to take open source software and just drop it into a network and get favorable results. So I think for us it was very helpful to get that confirmed from a large number of service providers. And our strategy has always been to base our products on open source community software and to upstream patches to that software, and then focus on hardening and enhancing it to meet the critical needs of service providers.
Okay, well, I'm glad it worked. I'm glad it was successful. Charlie Ashton, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.